Picture this, record-breaking piles of cash are just sitting there, waiting for you to claim them. We are literally entering what I like to call the golden age of tax deductions. But, yeah, there's a pretty massive catch. Unprecedented IRS bottlenecks and these really sneaky hidden trapdoors mean that one wrong move could lock your money away for months. So in this explainer, we're going to map out exactly how you can navigate this historic and kind of chaotic tax season.
$4,000. Yep, $4,000. That is the historically high average refund the Treasury Department actually anticipates issuing this year. Now, just to put that into perspective, the average usually hovers somewhere closer to $3,000, so we're looking at a nearly $1,000 jump straight into your pocket.
But here's the paradox we're facing right now. The money is absolutely on the table, no doubt about it, but severe IRS bottlenecks and some seriously confusing new rules mean you could be waiting a really long time if you aren't prepared. Honestly, if you treat this like just any normal tax year, you are either leaving a ton of money behind or you're setting yourself up for an agonizing audit delay.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, the new tax landscape. Bigger breaks, bigger bottlenecks.
The sheer scale of these tax cuts is honestly massive. First off, we have permanent decreases to individual tax rates and a permanently increased standard deduction. For families out there, the child tax credit has jumped by 10%. That's $2,200 per child. And if you're 65 or older, there's a brand new $6,000 additional deduction that completely replaces the taxation on Social Security. It's a real game changer.
However, and this is absolutely crucial, here comes the reality check. You're trying to navigate all these massive new deductions while the IRS is dealing with a quarter fewer employees across their processing and customer service teams. Plus, the federal government has completely eliminated paper refund checks. Literally, no more paper checks. If you don't input direct deposit info, you're going to face massive hurdles. When filing opens on January 26th, expect a mandatory 21-day wait before they even give you a simple status update. So, you might be wondering, why are refunds so unusually high this year anyway? Well, it's because when the new law passed last summer, a lot of employers didn't actually update their payroll withholding tables. That means many of you had taxes taken out of your checks based on the old, higher rates all year long. Now, getting a huge refund feels amazing, for sure, but realistically, you've kind of just given the government a massive, interest-free loan.
Moving right along to Section 2, avoiding the hidden tax gotchas.
You've probably seen the headlines proudly boasting about no taxes on tips or overtime. Well, the reality is a whole lot stricter. You can deduct up to $25,000 of tip income or $12,500 of overtime, but strict phase-out supply if your income goes over certain thresholds. And if you're a specialized professional, like a doctor, a lawyer, or an accountant, your business doesn't qualify for these specific deductions at all. Let me paint a picture for you real quick. Say you place a casual $100 sports bet. You lose it, and then you win $300 on another bet. This number right here, $300, represents what the IRS actually demands you report.
The crucial point we need to understand is that the IRS does not allow net reporting for casual gamblers. If you just take the standard deduction, you must report that full $300 gross win on Schedule 1. You can't simply deduct your $100 loss unless you itemize on Schedule A. You are literally paying taxes on money that isn't even in your pocket anymore. To dodge these painful gotchas, we really have to change how we operate. Tax preparation? That's just looking backward and recording history for the government. Tax planning, on the other hand, is forward-looking. It's an active, year-round strategy that shapes what actually happens to your money way before that December 31st deadline even hits.
All right, let's look at Section 3, business breaks, heavy vehicles, and bonus depreciation.
For the business owners and independent contractors watching, listen up. You have two incredibly powerful tools in your arsenal for recovering the cost of business property. Section 179 lets you deduct up to $2.5 million of equipment up front, but it is limited by your taxable business income. Bonus depreciation, though, no income limit, and it can literally create a taxable loss. Best of all, it was fully restored to 100% for purchases made after January 19th. And this right here is wild. Checking the gross vehicle weight rating on the inside of a car door is literally one of the smartest tax planning steps you can possibly take. If you buy a $50,000 car under 6,000 pounds, your year one deduction is capped around $20,000. But if you buy a $50,000 SUV weighing over 6,000 pounds, you can stack Section 179 and bonus depreciation to potentially write off the entire vehicle in year one. But remember the golden rule of taxes.
The IRS always wants its cut eventually. If you fully depreciate that heavy SUV down to zero and then sell it a couple of years later for $25,000, that entire $25,000 is treated as depreciation recapture, meaning it's taxed as regular, ordinary business income, not a lower capital gains tax rate.
Let's elevate things a bit. Section 4, Advanced Wealth Building, the SALT hack and the DAF loop.
So, the temporarily increased $40,000 state and local tax, or SALT, deduction has absolutely everyone talking. But the biggest misconception is that it's only for homeowners paying property tax. That's just not true. High-earning renters in states like California or New York can deduct up to $40 grand of their state income taxes and vehicle registration fees. You do not need to own a home to use this massive itemizer perk.
Now, if you are planning to itemize this year, this 4-step strategy is gaining huge popularity. It's brilliant. Instead of donating cash, you open a donor-advised fund and donate highly appreciated stocks or ETFs. You get the tax write-off for the full market value, you completely avoid paying capital gains tax on the growth, and then here's the kicker, you use the cash you would have donated to simply buy the exact same stock right back in your regular brokerage account.
However, there is a massive gotcha with this donor-advised fund strategy. The investment you donate must be a long-term capital gain, meaning you have to have held it for over a year. If you donate an asset you've held for, say, just 11 months, it's a short-term gain, and the IRS limits your deduction strictly to your original cost basis. That instantly wipes out the massive tax benefit of donating the appreciated value.
Finally, let's talk execution. Section 5, Flawless Execution, AI Automation for Tax Planning.
To survive this chaotic filing season, savvy taxpayers and businesses are leveraging platforms like NNN to build totally automated workflows. You can configure AI agents to make HTTP requests, fetch daily updates on tax laws, and seamlessly log expenses directly into your team's Slack channels or Google Sheets. By eliminating manual data entry, you ensure your records perfectly match the W-2G or 1099 forms the IRS already has on file for you. It's like having a digital accountant working 24/7.
And that brings us to a piece of advice that perfectly summarizes the current landscape. As one tax expert warned recently, accuracy this year needs to be at 110%. A tiny mismatch on a W-2 or an unsupported business deduction won't just get kicked back quickly like it used to. With the current staffing shortages, it will plunge your return into a black hole of delays lasting weeks or even months.
So I'll leave you with this final, vital thought to review with your own financial team. Are you simply going to record what happened to your money last year and just kind of hope for the best? Or are you ready to use these advanced strategies to actively plan your wealth? The rules have completely changed, folks, and the opportunity is absolutely yours for the taking. Which path will you choose?